Mail time.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time.
The mail's here.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tommy Sotomayor, getting ready to go off to Vegas for a few days, but I'll be back to LA. Before I go, I saw something on my video, which is a good video. It's called How Black Women Set Black Men Up to Destroy Each Other. Video where people had tried to set me and Tariq Nasheed up against each other. And in the process, there was a beautiful question that was asked by Zine Como, and she said some good things in this video. She said, one of the things she said was, Tariq is smart enough to know that this is all fake. That nigga with tattoos, I'm not so sure about. And even I know that this article is fake. Anyone with common sense would know that this article is fake. The fact that Tommy even has to address this video speaks volume. Now, Zacomo 7 is a beautiful black woman, dark-skinned chick, just smiling, which I love to see black women smile. But here was her question. Her question was simple. She just asked, she said, you could make an argument that black men are drawn to ratchet black women, why they never seek out quality black women is beyond me. And I thought to myself, that's a beautiful question. So I was going to write it there, and I said, no, I'm going to do a video. Nail time. So here we go. She's right. And this is why I teach from a male's point of view, because I'm a man and men should be able to understand men. So when women say, why don't you say anything positive about black women? That's not my job. It would actually be another black woman's job. And the reason I try to talk to black men like this is because there was no one there to tell us black men to watch out for ratchet women. See, when you're raised without a father, and the only person, the God in your home, the bastion of knowledge and life experiences, comes from whom? Comes from the black woman that raises you. Comes from the black women, the aunts, the grandmothers, all of those other single black women have carte blanche to a black child's brain, a black male child's brain. I spoke to a black woman just last night, and she talked about how she didn't like my videos. After sitting down and talking to her face to face, you know what the story I found out about her was? Her mother was a crackhead. Her mother left all her children alone. Her mother cared nothing about her, and she has to take care of her mother. She said she learned how to be a woman from the streets. She started crying. This is a woman who hated what I do and said I bash black women. Turned around and said, I agree with everything you say, crying. The experience that black women have are from a ratchet black woman, typically. That ratchet black woman raised little black girls up to be ratchet black girls. Or ratchet black women. Let's flip that around. This ratchet black woman who has kids by several different men are raising these little boys. And what are the things that these ratchet black women say to their little boys? Your dad ain't shit. Look like your ugly daddy. When they can't find a man and they got tattoos on their chest and you got a grandmother that's 33 years old and you're 6. You know, black women love saying, yo mama black when it comes to dating. See, it's words like these and things like these which make black men feel like they have to date a ratchet black woman. We are told that nobody's perfect whenever it comes to the mistakes of a black woman. When I just asked a simple question and I said, people without kids shouldn't date people with kids. I said, stop dating women with kids. Women got mad at me, called in my show, called me Uncle Tom, called me sellout, called me gay, called me all this stuff. You would never hear that in the white community where a guy was like, hey, people without kids should date people without kids. Try your best to not marry a woman who already got kids. In the white community, that makes sense. In the Asian community, that's a 100% guarantee. Only community that doesn't make sense is in the black community. Why? Because there are no men there to teach the black men to have standards. Hence the reason why, Miss Zacomo, the reason why black men pick ratchet women is because they are raised around ratchet women. They're forced to like ratchet women. Don't believe me? Just watch me ask black men to have any standard and the women will call you gay. That's why when black men start to have standards, they just go away from black women, because black women are the only ones that says we all the same. Black women are the only people who run around and say we all mixed, but then if you date a really mixed light-skinned black one, they say you color struck. The things that are taught to a black man from a black woman is not logic, because they're not proficient in logic. So hence you have a lot of men who run around, and when they seek women, they're not happy with them. If you get even the most thuggish black man in history and you get him alone and talk to him about his happiness level with whoever he's choosing or his baby's mamas, he's not happy. He feels like that's who he has to pick. He feels like I gotta date a K. Michelle chick because K. Michelle look like my mama. K. Michelle act like my mama. Hell, my mama is on K. Michelle friend list with a photo of herself doing this just so she can look like K. Michelle. That's what the majority of our story is. So how can we as black men really ask for something more than what we know? Which is why I talk the way I talk. Which is why you can read my Twitter timeline, my email, or my Facebook and hear so many black men say, I wish you were there to talk to me when I was younger. I would love it if the black women who watch me understood what I'm doing. Because if I build a better black man, I'll build a better black husband for you. I'll build a better black whatever it is. Unlike the advisor who tried to tell you if he tried to copy me. But if you build a better black man, you'll build a better black community. Simple. And the best way to do that is to give this man some power. Because the power had been taken away from the black man as a black child. Don't you understand that this was set up by the other side? You don't try to change a black man to be a man. You change him as a child. And how do you change him as a child? You remove the logic from the home, the man, and you leave the woman, the illogical, emotional human being. It is what it is. Now, I'm not saying that every woman is illogical. No, there's some great women of logic, but women should be allowed to be emotional. That's the way they're for. That's what they're for. I'm not anti-emotional women. We have too many black women that don't know how to be emotional and true emotional, not to act and enrage emotion. And that's the problem. The black woman has been a mixture of a black man. It's like a killer bee. You took a honey bee, you took an Africanized bee, and now you got a killer bee. That's what a black woman has become. You removed the male influence, you left a bunch of women, and you had the white man pumping in his venom. You have a killer bee, a killer black chick. And that's what they're doing. And if you grow up and you're a little boy and you see this, killer bees date killer bees, don't they? Because that's what they see in the hive. Black men date ratchet black women because most of us come from ratchet black women. When you ask the question, the answer should be quite simple. 30 to 40 years of raising ratchetness, this is what you have. And you have black women fighting against a dying light because every day I wake one black dude up that says, I can do better. She feels like, well, crap. That's why they say crazy stuff like, you're telling black men not to date black women. No, I'm telling them not to date ratchet black women. And any woman that identifies with the black women that I talk about, listen, you don't want to be anywhere around them. So Zamoko, I hope that answers your question. The reason that a lot of these men are doing it is because of peer pressure, because other black women are telling them, you shallow. If you say you don't want to date a fat woman, a woman with weave, or a woman with kids, you're somehow shallow. Yet a woman can say she don't date a man under 6 feet. Amazing, isn't it? We're being told as children that we should not have choices. We're told we can't date a light-skinned woman. We're told we can't do. We're told all kinds of stuff that we can't do as children. No one tells us as men to be men. That men forge their own way, and no man walks around and is being directed by a woman. They don't make them that way. Well, they make black men that way. Anyway, thank you for the question. I hope that answered your question. I'm going to put this up on the Mail Time and probably put it up on Sotomayor TV too, so people can know that there's stuff on Mail Time. Thank you very much. Hope it answers your question. Hope it answers some of you guys' questions too. Got any questions you want to send to me? Send it to me at mailtime@yourworldmyviews.com. I'll answer your questions as best I can. I'm out.